welcome back. So I did not actually get around to posting a book post last week because I thought that I was going to finish another book, and I really didn't, and it makes me feel sad that I've been on the same book for a week. But I do have three books. The last book is the third in the series, so it might be slightly spoilery. I'll try not to have too many spoilers, but if you haven't read Jeaniene Frost's books and you want to, you can just cut out early and it'll be okay. But the first book is The Three Stigmata of Palmer Eldritch by Philip K. Dick. This book is like an acid trip. Seriously. Especially the end. Because after they take this new drug that says that it can grant you immortality and you can control your own universe and a lot of bull. Is it just you don't know what's real and what's not, and it's like being on drugs for a long time, and he does it well. He's managed to make the all of the pieces kind of interact pretty well. The weird thing about Dick is that his endings don't give you a resolution. It's kind of like, I'm tired about writing about these people, and they're mostly out of trouble. So, we'll see you in our next book. And I think part of that probably comes from him being a short story writer for, like, the pulp fiction magazines. And so it's like, well, tune in next time to see what happens in another short story. And so it doesn't really come to a resolution all the time. It kind of hangs there. That's the only real problem I have with him. It's not bad. It's just you kind of look at it and go, well, that wasn't satisfying. But it was an interesting book, especially considering I had to read it for school. It's always good when you have books that you have to read for school that are actually interesting, as opposed to books that you have to read for school that are about the life cycle of the larva of a bee, which could be interesting, but mostly I'm going to say no. So, Three Stigmata, Palmer Eldritch. And the next book is one that has been at the top of many bestseller lists. It's been talked about a lot. A lot of people have put quotes on it, and so it's one of the more mainstream books. So you may have heard of it. It's called The Art of Racing in the Rain. It's by Garth Stein, and it's an entire book told from the point of view of a dog who is, and the dog. It's not like, ooh, I'm a dog and I like to drool on things and eat people. It's well, not eat people necessarily, but anyway, it's told from the point of view of this dog who really wants to be human. He believes that he is a good human, and his voice and his soul seem more like a mixture of dog and human. Like he doesn't know everything, but he knows quite a bit. He's learned a lot from his master, and he's there almost as a witness to all of the crap that goes down in his master's life. And you know you're going to cry when the story starts out and the dog is old. And I cried at the end. It's a good book, but it's one that you're gonna want at least a small box of tissue nearby. And so that's The Art of Racing in the Rain by Garth Stein. Sometimes the metaphors get a little repetitious, but I liked it. I really did. And last book is At Grave's End by Jeaniene Frost. I just finished rereading this book again, and I love it every single time I reread it. So this is the third book in her Cat and Bone Night Huntress series. And in this one, Cat and Bone are, working for Dawn, and they get into some issues because there is a war going on, and it's I don't want to give too much away. I always feel bad when I give a lot about a book away. Um, she's having problems being recognized, which of course is going to happen when you slay a lot of people and you are distinct. But it's a good book, and when you read it, you will probably you will laugh and you will get distressed at times, and it's a good book. It is, and it's especially fun to read right around Christmas, New Year's, because that's the timeline that it's set in, is like I think it's like 2 weeks in between December and New Year's, and it's when you read it, keep in mind Brandy is Bones' friend. That's all I'm going to say. But I realized that the this is like the seventh time I've read it, and I only realized it this time. So you have Bones. They have issues, but they love each other, and there's a war, and yay! And it's a good book. It really is. I love these books, and you should go read them. And the next one, number 5, comes out on the 22nd of this month, and I'm so freaking stoked. So, at Gravesend, Jeaniene Frost. Go and read her book. First one is Halfway to the Grave. Second one is One Foot in the Grave. And they are awesome. That's all I have for this week. I was hoping, there's a book I've been working on, I think called Dark Times by Dakota Banks, and I won it from a giveaway, and it is really, really interesting, and I haven't finished it yet, which makes me very sad. So I will have that book next week to review, and probably, hopefully, a couple of other books, considering I need to do some serious reading for school. So I hope that you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.